Now today it's Wednesday 11th of January 2023 and I'm just heading into Fiordland National Park near Borland, about 50k south of Tiana, and going up over the Borland Saddle. It takes me about 1,000 metres and dropping down into the Grebe Valley. And the Grebe River is, what I see, probably going to be the best fishing that I can possibly ever ask for if I can get to it. The original plan was to actually mountain bike in this road. It follows the hydroelectric power pylon track built in the 60s. Lucky enough to come here with school camp just a month ago, and yeah, the road's not as bad as I anticipated, so I feel quite happy taking my van over it. Just take it nice and slowly, and taking my mountain bike, taking my fishing gear, taking my camping gear, and we're going to see what happens. Well, if you could take the power pylons out the picture, it would certainly improve, wouldn't it? So this morning, it's all about riding down the Grebe Valley, or getting down to the Grebe Valley, and finding an access way down to the river, which may sound kind of simple, but there are one or two tracks apparently, but they're hard to find. So I may be bush bashing down a stream, so a little bit of anxiety about what I'm going to find to get to the river, but you'll see. I'll film it along the way and you'll see what I'm up against, and hopefully you'll appreciate just how hard it is sometimes to go fishing to get to a good place, and hopefully even see that it's worthwhile getting to a good place. So that'll be the Grebe River down there. Wonder how I'm going to get down there. Well, that's what the sign says. It doesn't say anything about mountain bikes, so I'm going to go on. But I didn't really want to take the van beyond a certain point, and this may be it. So we'll see. Well, I don't think they're joking about steep, because apparently there's a road that goes down there and it's looking like a sheer cliff, so I don't think I'll be taking the van beyond here. Now it may look nice and flat down there, easy to get across, but it's actually all swampland, and I've been told that you'll be waist deep in bog, so not the place to get to. Apparently somebody's left a boat somewhere that you can use to get across these lakes to the river, but I wonder if I can find that. We'll see. I'm down on the valley floor. Well, not quite the floor, but quite a way down. And I found looks like a bit of a track down. So I'm going to just walk down a little way and see if it actually is going to go somewhere, or if just somebody's mowed the lawn. Okay, so I've had a quick recce down the track, and I think that I'm there. So there is a track down. It just looks about what I can see from the map and from the surrounds. So I'm pretty hopeful that I'm going to be able to fish up here and into these tarns. So I'm sitting here getting changed and having a bit of a feed before I start walking. And I'm just taken by how still and quiet it is. You can probably see the little robin flapping around on my gear behind me here, chasing a few insects up on the tree. There's a few of those and they're very friendly. There's a couple of other birds calling. But apart from that, it's So still and quiet. So I'm just going to go through a little bit of the gear that I'm taking, just so that you know that I'm organised. Some cooking stuff. That's a bag of food. There's probably enough in there for 3 days. Backpack to carry it in. Fishing gear. And this bag is emergency clothes. So I've got puffer jacket, down jacket, and wet weather gear as well as a layer of thermals and hat. Yes, so last year, cousin Nigel said he was a bit worried about me when I went a little bit off track and worried about my safety. So I've invested in this here, which isn't going into focus. Here we go. Personal locator beacon. And should I get into some sort of strife, I just follow the instructions, set it off, and it sends a satellite or a message up to a satellite which alerts the authorities, and yeah, they can locate me. Just gives me accuracy to about 20 metres or something. So yeah, Nige, don't worry about me. I've got that in my bag. Should be all good. The track didn't last too long. I think it's just turned into a bit of a deer track, so I'm literally just following deer trails and heading down, because that's the way that the river is. So as long as I keep heading down, I'll end up in the river. And all I got to do when I want to come back is head up, and I will bump into the road somewhere, because the road goes along parallel with the river for many, many kilometres. So that's the plan. As you can see, she's a bit thick, but actually it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I can hear the river now, so I'm not too far away. But this is actually the most wild, out at the back place that I've probably ever been to, I think, in terms of going off piste. I usually don't venture far from the road, even though I'm not far from the access road. Fiordland's massive, and it's very thick, and it's wilderness. I'm sure there's bigger wildernesses in the world, but they don't get much wilder than Fiordland here in New Zealand. And I'm just touching the very edge of it. So if it wasn't for that road, I couldn't be here, because it would probably be a 3-day hike in. And yeah, I'm at my limit in terms of feeling safe, feeling that these are within my skills. And I've got all the right equipment. I've done all the right things. But she's a big place. So down on the riverbed, and now it begins. Is this river going to be, for me, the ultimate fishing that I can ever hope to do? Or is it going to send me back to the tuk-tuk for some peace and tranquility and ease of access? But the lure of 10-pound browns and rainbows in a beautiful setting like this is pretty strong for a fly fisherman. And I'm not going to get too many opportunities to come here. So I make the absolute most of it. And even if I don't see a bloody fish, I don't care. This place is stunning. Well, it's just gone midday, and I haven't even put the rod together. I've been trying to follow the river as much as possible upstream, but it's very, very steep and rapidy with lots of little waterfalls, big boulders. So it's been a bush bash up the side. I keep checking my map, and I think I think it's going to open up not too far away, so probably another hour. Now we're talking. There's 3 or 4 fish just in the pool here. It's not the first time I've been fishing from a tree. There's nothing on this side. Oh well, it's worth a crack. Well, I didn't actually think that I would actually be happy to see a pylon and power lines in my life, but today I am. Because I've just come up through there from the river in 20 minutes. And that's the road. And I got about 10 minutes to walk back, as opposed to 4 hours that got me up to where I was. I think I'll take that as a win.